Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday.
Hello, Walnut. It is me, Laz, here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. And I am reporting to you from my new lounge in my new house. I haven't set up the camera. I haven't done anything very special. I'm just kind of sat here on the couch and thought I would record an ep for you. I'm still in the, if you haven't been following along, Walnut, I bought a house. We have done lots and lots of renovations. It's been lots of hard work, and Walnut HQ is still around the corner a little bit, so I'm yet to build up my desk and set it up how I want to. So in the interim, we're getting episodes from all over the house where I feel most comfortable and feel like doing an episode at a time, because why not? So how is your week going? Let me know. I'll give you a moment to think about how your week is going and what you've been up to, and please do reach out and I would love to hear from you. My walnutting this week, I wanted to share a little musing that I had as I've got a couple of new tattoos recently over the past couple of months, and the reason why I wanted to share it with you, Walnut, is because it kind of reminded me, and I'm celebrating the fact that I trusted, that I had high trust in something, because I hadn't gotten a tattoo for a very long time, and of all the ones that I have gotten, I've always gone in with something like a picture that I knew that I wanted and presented it and got exactly that on my body. Whereas these past two, I have kind of said what I wanted, and then left it up to Destiny and the artist, who is amazing, Tessa. She's local in Kapiti. She's great. And left it up to her to decide on the outcome. So I never got sent. I booked my big one in advance, quite a few months out, with a deposit. Sent a couple of pictures of what I wanted, but I never saw the initial thing until I went in on the day to get it booked. And anyway, as I was talking about the initial big one, I noticed like a little flash one that I wanted to get, and I was like, can I get this too? But I wanted a couple of little changes. And again, with that one, I didn't actually see any of those changes until I showed up for the appointment for the time to get it done. And it just reminded me, and it felt so much like the trust and all the things that everything is going to work out fine. And for somebody who's like, and tell me if you resonate with this, Walnuts, for somebody who likes to be in control a lot and quite structured, and for me to the point of like being rigidly structured, that I actually thought that I had some issues with between masculine and feminine energies, and that I was too masculine. Little did I know it was just a bit of condish where I just needed to chill out a bit more. But for somebody who is very, very good at structure and very good at being inside of the box and following rules and guidelines, it was actually a really fun experience, because in both situations it turned out beautiful. And I'm a non-specific manifester as well, Walnut. So if you're in the Walnut tree and you search the topics in human design, I've talked about the those arrows in your human design chart before. And being non-specific means that I have like an idea of the feeling, or roughly of what I want, but I don't have actual like specifics. So for example, a specific manifestor will know that they want their dream house will have a white picket fence with green grass and a blue roof and 5 doors and all that. me as a non-specific manifestor, and let me know what you are, Walnut, would think of their dream house as like, oh, it might be near the river and it will be big and it will feel warm and there will be like a view, you know? So it's like these two different things. And I just am so proud of myself. My walnutting in itself is actually not stressing, and I think that one did come down to like the actual genuine trust of the artist themselves, because I know I love her work, I know what she's done is great, but also the trust in myself that I if I didn't like it when I got there, I would have been walnutted enough to say, oh, can you move it here, or can you flip that around, or whatever. So I guess it's like two things, right, Walnut? It's like the experience brought me this trust that I didn't realize that I have, this trust in letting things happen for me rather than, you know, and then also this trust in the confidence that if I didn't like something, that I would have had the courage and the walnuts, these nuts, to actually say. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience, Walnut, because it I'm lost for words. I just had a really good experience, and sometimes it takes these little like actual human life things in life to kind of make you realize how far you've come, how far down, like especially on my little, particularly with confidence and stuff, on that little journey. I think, you know, past Laz would definitely not have felt courageous enough to say, if I, to be honest, I didn't have to move anything, the way that it was like stenciled on and all the things, everything was just great. And I think that probably that was one of the most shocking parts, because I was like, oh my god, I'd literally trusted so much that I almost like manifested everything to just be like so perfect. So I guess I just wanted to give you an example of the lean back and what the lean back kind of actually feels like for me, because that's a walnutting in itself, especially for me, especially as a rigid masculine structure gal, or identifiably as that, but actually deep down I probably am a little flowy boho banana. But I just surprised myself over these past couple of appointments. I really surprised myself, and it was a really good time. So I would love to hear your thoughts. And I know this is a bit of a short and sweet, strange, waffly episode, but I hope you get what I mean, in that trust can lead to so many things, and also just picking up on the normal human day-to-day things and how they can relate back to actually walnutting, and being a walnut in itself, such as getting a tattoo, or ordering a cup of coffee, or returning the meal because that wasn't what you ordered, you know. So many little day-to-day things that are so worth celebrating. Your courage and bravery can show up to you in so many different ways if you feel like actually listening, or feel like actually noticing them. So I hope there's something that you find today, Walnut, that helps you celebrate being a walnut, and being brave and being courageous, in the little day-to-day things, and the little things that make us human and enjoy life, right? So that's my picture. And if you do not want to get a tattoo, this is not your cue to go and get one. But if you need a sign to go and get one, just go and get one. So there's a couple of different options there if you want. But I would love to hear from you, Walnut. I'd love to know your thoughts on this little episode, because sometimes we get so caught up in all the things that we forget that we are actually only but human, and such is life. And there are really beautiful golden moments in life, and it doesn't have to be a big fireworks grand peacock parade. Sometimes it's as little as giving yourself a little smirk as you're getting a tattoo while you sat there for 5 hours, because you've realized, oh my god, I totally just trusted this process and everything worked out fine. So yeah, Have a happy Walnut Wednesday, Walnut. I wanted to just share a little snippet of life with you, and I will talk to you next week on the podcast. But if you are in the walnut tree, I will talk to you very soon in the celebration threads and within the group. And yeah, wishing you a beautiful Walnut Wednesday. You are beautiful, you are sexy, and you are delicious. And I hope you celebrate something small today. Have a good week. Bye.